protect his home and family from disaster, Steve used courage, wisdom, and his camera phone. That's safely online, no matter when disaster strikes. Learn other simple ways to protect your home. Message from FEMA and the Ad Council.
Faucet running? That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink.
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
I didn't know the trees were so amazing.
Yep, and the forest gives us shade, trees to climb.
That's awesome. Let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Morning, Mama. How you feeling?
Great, and I'm ready for you today.
I'm checking in on ya. Morning meditation?
Check.
Dressed and ready to work out?
Check.
Check your blood pressure yet?
And check.
Boom! Great job, Mom. And about those gold earrings?
No, ma'am.
Now more than ever, it's important that we protect our hearts and the hearts of those we love. Monitor your blood pressure daily and help each other stay motivated. Rally your squad to take the online pledge at releasethepressure.org. Brought to you by the Release the Pressure Coalition and the Ad Council.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
And for today's STEM tip, okay, you know recycling is important. No one wants plastic in the ocean. Here's a cool way to repurpose a plastic bottle. Build an awesome terrarium. Cut a large plastic bottle in half and fill the base with sand, pebbles, potting soil, and your favorite plant. I chose an African violet. Put the top of the bottle over your base and place it in the sun. Your plant will grow sealed in its own ecosystem. Fun, right? Learn more at She Can STEM. A message from the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in Philadelphia. Local time is 3:05 p.m. and the temperature is 67 degrees. At this time, you are now free to use your cellular devices.
You know that feeling when you get to turn your phone on after the plane lands? You can have that feeling every time you drive. Make sure your cell phone is stowed away whenever you are behind the wheel.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Papa, why can't we telegraph while riding a horse?
Son, there ain't no one to blame but Jeffro. He was riding old Betsy the Stallion, tip-tapping away at his telegraph. Bam! Ran right into the side of the saloon.
Well, if Jeffro can't do it, neither should you. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
Only you can prevent wildfires.
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when it's dry or windy. Be careful burning yard waste, because wildfires can even start in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Open calendar. What's my schedule looking like?
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an emergency flash flood between Park and First Street.
What? No, that doesn't work. I'm busy then. Decline. Decline.
Floods don't exactly work around your schedule. Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. It starts with talking to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. So don't wait, communicate. Visit ct.gov/DESPP. Brought to you by Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. That's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
This is the Trumbull Eagle Network.
This afternoon, your Hillcrest Hawks face off against the Flood Falcons in a girls basketball semifinal matchup. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Jeff Alterman. Joining me is the man who I have dubbed the voice of the Hillcrest Hawks, Max Oberhan. Max, welcome.
Thank you.
We are just waiting for the other team. Well, the other team from Flood, they got here a few minutes late. No big deal. We're getting ready for tip-off. There's the buzzer. Both teams are in their huddle, getting ready to go. Max, we got a roster this time for the visiting team, which is going to be nice.
Yeah, definitely nice.
And here come the girls out onto the court for the opening tip. And I see Mr. Rickert, principal of Hillcrest Middle School, who is hopefully coming over to join us at some point at the game. Oh, tip's about to happen. Max, take the call.
And the Hawks win the jump. Here's number 3, Salton, right coming up the court. Pass to Manuel in the corner. Manuel attacks. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Faye. Faye gets the rebound. Looks to attack. She does. Back out to Johnston. Johnston 3 is short. Rebounded by Salton Right. Salton Right to Manuel. Manuel in the corner. Manuel attacks once again. Second layup is good. Hawks come out in a man-to-man defense. Here's the Falcons coming up. Looks like a handoff defense. Here's number 31, Tessa Loros up top. Gives it up to Molina Quintana. She keeps dribbling, attacks, passes it out. Turnover, stolen by Salton Right. Here's Manuel in the right corner. Looking for something back out to Johnston. Johnston up top. Looks like Flood is in a 2-3 zone. Johnston kicks it back out to Faye. Faye up top, calling a play. Here's Faye dribbling. Falcons remaining at 2-3. Here's Salton Right in the corner. Song looks to attack, back to Barrett. Barrett kicks. That's a layup by Barrett. Audience wanted a travel, could have been a travel.
Nice little 4-0 lead for the Hawks to start this semifinal.
Here's Quintana coming up. Gives it up, here's the Falcons on the wing. Here's corner, Loris in the deep corner, gives it inside. Falcons post move is no good. Rebounded by Barrett. Here's Salton Wright dribbling up the court. Salton Wright pushing up the right side of the court. Looking for something, keeps attacking. Bounce past Emmanuel, the out of bounds, Falcons ball.
No, tough turnover there, but other than that, really the perfect start for the Hawks. Flood, very physical team up to this point. Still a lot of basketball left to play.
We have Principal Brian Rickert joining us on the call here. Mr. Rickert, thank you for joining us.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Thank you for having me.
Here's Loris up top, looking to attack, on-ball screen. Falcons attack, baseline, layup is no good, and it's rebounded by Barrett. Here's Barrett dribbling up the court for the Hawks. Barrett looking to attack, Johnston on the right wing. Johnston attacks right, and it's picked off, but it will remain Hawks ball underneath Flood's basket.
Looked like Carly had Faye there open, but tried to drive for it, knocked out of bounds, still Hawks ball.
Manuel taking it out, the Hawks in a stack, Carly Johnston diving, pops to the corner. Johnston shot fakes, looks to attack, pulls it out, back to Manuel in the corner. Manuel short corner jump shot is no good. Offensive rebound by Barrett. Barrett looking to pull it out, she does, swings it to Faye up top. Faye gets it to the high post, Johnston. Johnston attacks, lost it. Salton Wright comes out with it, corner to Barrett. Barrett picks the dribble up, ball's dead. Johnston has it in the corner. Johnston shot fake, ball's dead, swings it to Faye up top. Faye up top looking to attack, she attacks to her left. Kicks it out to Manuel, Manuel attacks. Manuel kicks it out to Johnston. Johnston looks to shoot, not there. Manuel up top, Flood remaining in a 2-3 zone. Manuel kicks it to Faye. Faye deep three is short. Rebounded by Flood.
I have to give some credit to Flood's defense there, in particular number 23, Bowman. Really strong defense, hands up, pressing defense, made the Hawks turn the ball over.
Here's Loris up top, on-ball screen. Inside, ball's loose. The Flood remains with it, looks to attack, and it is blocked by Carly Johnston.
Invitation to the block party there, sent from Miss Johnson.
That height advantage works very well for her.
All ball.
Carly Johnston, part of the Royal Basketball family in Trumbull.
Really just a shout out to all the athletes on the court here today. Worked real hard to get to this point. Coaches put in a lot of time and effort, and of course, partnership with our parents. So hats off to everybody.
And hats off to the Flood. They had an upset in their first round. They were the road team in the first round game, and they got the win to bring them here today to take on Hillcrest.
Absolutely. Timeout called here. Stop the pace of game, pace of play.
Teams talking it over, seeing what they want to do.
4-0, just a couple minutes into the first period.
Good afternoon to those listening on 10 and watching on TCTV. We're glad you could be with us here from Hillcrest. We got a pretty good crowd on hand in the Hillcrest gym for this semifinal game.
Yeah, it's a couple hundred people here, a lot of students and families from both Stratford and Trumbull, so really great atmosphere here for a semifinal matchup.
Hillcrest trying to get back to the championship game in back-to-back seasons.
Yeah, had a heartbreaking loss to Monroe, Jockey Hollow last year, but you know, can never look too far past the game that you're in.
Here's Flood looking to attack. Shot is blocked by Faye, ball's loose. Faye comes out with it. Faye slows it down, gives it to Barrett. Barrett coming up the court. Flood remains in a 2-3. Johnson on the wing. Johnson looks for a shot, nothing there. Swings it to Faye. Faye was open for 1 second, looks to attack to Manuel. Manuel back up top to Johnston. Johnston looks to attack. To the corner to Barrett. Barrett side to Faye. And the layup is good by Faye. That is great ball movement by the Hawks.
I took the words right out of my mouth. Great ball movement, not panicking, not taking a bad shot, waiting to get the good one, sinking it.
Here's Loris up top. Picks the dribble up. Quintana looking to attack. Takes it back out to Loris. Great defense by the Hawks. On-ball screen. Lawrence to the wing. And travel will be called on Flood. Hawks ball going down. 4:10 remaining in the first quarter.
This would be a great opportunity to extend that lead. You know, basketball, whether it's at the middle school, high school, college, or NBA level, it's all about those runs you go on. This is an opportunity for the Hawks.
Here's Manuel up top to Salton Wright. Salton Wright Kicks to Johnston. Johnston 3 is good.
Wow.
Deep for Johnston is good.
The Steph Curry effect still going strong.
Here's Bowman. Gives it up to Quintana. Quintana to Loris. Loris looks to attack. She keeps going. Johnston stays with her. Inside. And the layup is good for Brooklyn Condor.
Flood on the board. 9-2 with 3:40 left.
Johnston pushes the ball. Gives it up to Faye. Faye attacks the right side. Pull up is short. And it comes out with Flood. Here's Loros attacking, pushing the ball off the court for the Falcons. And the ball is loose. It stays with Flood. Loros back up top. On-ball screen. Here's number 34, Julia Del Rey. Gives it back to Tessa Loros. Loros looks to attack. Picks up a dribble. Here's Condor. Gives it back up top. Great defense by the Hawks. There's Flood looking to attack. They do attack. Right-hand layup is no good. Rebounded by Barrett. Here's Manuel pushing for the Hawks. Gives it up to Faye. Faye rips through, and the layup is good.
Really nice body control there to make sure to overshoot on an easy layup. Well done.
Here's Tessa Loros dribbling up for Flood, being pressured by Saltonwright. On-ball screen. Gives it up to Bowman. Bowman in the right corner. Picks up her dribble. It's dead. And it will be off Hillcrest. It will remain with Flood underneath Hillcrest basket. 2:37 remaining in the quarter.
Now, Mr. Alterman, next year, does the shot clock become active in middle school or is it just high school?
I was just thinking that. I know high school. I'm not sure. We'll have to check in on that.
I'm pretty sure it's just high school.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's Loris up top, being pressured by Saltonwright. On-ball screen for Flood. Great defense by the Hawks. And that'll be off number 2, Melanie Quintana's foot, and it will go down to the Hawks' ball. Looks like the coach is calling a man for Flood. Man-to-man. Manuel attacks, kicks it to Barrett. Barrett to Saltonwright. And the ref called a travel. Looks like she moved her feet a little too much.
Just going to say the feet didn't appear to be set. Nice turnover, opportunity for Flood to get another point, another basket on the board.
Here's Manuel pressuring the ball. Saltonwright. Here's Bowman up top. Stripped by Saltonwright. Saltonwright pushing for the Hawks. Here's Saltonwright looking for something. Nothing there. Attacks the basket. 1-0 layup is good.
Great Saltonwright. Smooth moves all the way from the steal, taking it down the court and finishing off with the layup.
Here's Flood pushing right back up. Another steal for Saltonwright. Saltonwright looking to push. Almost had a fast break layup. Wasn't there. On-ball screen by Johnston. Kick to Manuel in the corner. Manuel inside to Faye. Saltonwright in the deep corner. Flood is trapping her, and it looked like a foul be called on number 2, Melanie Quintana.
I was just going to say, the refs are pretty much letting them play here. Very physical play, some over-the-top physicality, but that one was a little bit too blatant to ignore, I guess.
We noticed that in the game on Monday as well. The refs were letting him play and not blowing the whistle too much.
Yeah, not the worst thing in the world.
Johnston dives. Manuel kicks it to Saltonwright. Saltonwright deep 2 is not good. And it will be Flood ball going down.
Mr. Alterman, I bet there's some players that out in Cincinnati that wishes the refs let them play a little bit based on last Sunday. So
yeah,
get to this point, it's not the worst thing.
Here's Loros up top, being guarded by Saltonwright. Loros looking to attack, being pressured. Great defense by Saltonwright. Almost gets another steal. And another turnover for Flood. It will be Hawks ball going down. Checking to the game for the first time for the Hawks. Number 5, Kelly Lungy. Checking out is Grace Saltonwright.
Some real strong guard play here on both sides of the ball to start.
Here's Manuel attacks. Great attack. No call. Layup is no good. Gets her own rebound. Bounce pass inside to Conley. Conley's left-hand layup is good.
15-2 with just a minute or so left in the first quarter.
Here's Loros dribbling the ball off the court, being pressured by Manuel. Here's Johnston guarding the ball. Back up to Loros. Loros looks to attack. On-ball screen. She does attack. Kicks it out to Bowman. Bowman looks for something. Nothing there. Bowman gives it back to Loros. Loros looking to attack. Great defense by Manuel. Ball's dead. Ball's in the corner to number 2, Quintana, and the Flood coach has to call another timeout with 37 remaining in the quarter.
It was interesting. On the game on Monday, Hillcrest, I feel like Hillcrest won that game on their defense. When the shots weren't dropping, consistently. Their defense was amazing in stopping everything that Fairfield Woods was trying to do. Today, they are playing very good defense, but the shots are going down today, unlike they were on Monday.
Yeah, it was a slow start for them on Monday.
Yeah.
And, eventually they pulled apart. And not terribly different from the Crosstown Showdown as well when they played Madison. Earlier on in that game, it may have been nerves. It may have been just the basketball gods not cooperating.
Playing on the big stage.
Playing on the big stage. Maybe the depth perception because of the larger gym, which does happen in the NCAA as well. But eventually, things settled down and pulled away. But a lot of basketball left to play here. And Flood playing really strong defense, quite frankly. The score doesn't reflect it. But, I'm thinking about the guard play. Just not their luck right now in terms of how the shots are falling. As you mentioned, the Crosstown Showdown, the other playoff game going on today is Jockey Hollow of Monroe against Madison of Trumbull. If Madison gets the upset, we could have a rematch. Assuming Hillcrest can get the win here today. Where would that game take place? Oh, well, the Hillcrest would have the home court. Really?
Pass is picked off by Faye. Faye looking up. Faye gives it up. Bounce pass inside is picked, but it will remain with Hillcrest under Flood's basket.
So Hillcrest is the 2 seed. Jockey Hollow is the 1. So if Jockey Hollow wins, Hillcrest is at Jockey Hollow.
Basket for Johnston. Johnston's layup is good. Great execution of the play. Here's LaRose dribbling the ball up the court, being guarded by number 5, Kelly Lungy. On-ball screen once again. Ball's loose. Russo comes out with it. There's Faye dribbling the ball up the court for the Hawks. Faye gives it up to Russo. Here's Lungy up top. Lungy inside to Conley. And is blocked. And that will conclude the first quarter. Hillcrest 17, Flood 2.
I would say strong on both sides of the ball for Hillcrest. Flood needs to come up with a different plan here to try to attack the basket and maybe get some steals to try to get some more points on the board. So what I was saying before was Hillcrest had the 1 seed after they beat Jockey Hollow much earlier in the season, but Hillcrest with a loss in the last week of the season, they gave up that 1 seed back to Jockey Hollow. So should Hillcrest and Jockey Hollow make it to the championship on Monday, the game will be in Monroe at Jockey Hollow. We will be there for the call. If Madison has the upset, assuming Hillcrest wins, if Hillcrest is able to get the win and Madison has the upset, the championship game will be here on Monday. After going through all that, I feel like that one line in the movie Spaceballs where Dark Helmet goes. Everybody got that? Coach is talking it over. Whatever the girls worked on during the week in practice helped, just seeing how much their offense was. Max, would you agree that the offense was definitely more on fire?
In the first, on Monday's game, or Tuesday's game, it was, they had all the opportunities in the world, but nothing was falling. This game, they're playing great defense like they were last game. The shots are falling now, too.
Now, if you're Coach Pelletier, what are you telling the Hawks right now, having a very successful first quarter? What's the advice going into?
Do the same thing you're doing.
Doing fine on how they're doing. Don't change the defense. Don't change the offense.
Yeah, I would say one of the things you want to do is just make sure you have the same temperament now that you had in the first quarter, because if you get too hyped up, that's where mistakes could potentially happen. So
got to keep the foot on the gas pedal.
Yeah, and if you're Flood, you probably want to continue to get some pressure, right?
Yeah, drive the basket a little bit. Don't go for so many of the threes. You got to get some points on the board.
Yep. Force some mistakes.
Here's Loros up top, being guarded by Lungy. Loros calling the play. Pass was picked off once again, but it will remain with Flood. Brooklyn Connor taking it out, gets inside. Ball's loose, Flood gets it, the layup is good. For number 34, Julia Doree. Here's Manuel pushing the ball up the court for the Hawks. Manuel calling something. Looks like Flood will go back to the 2-3. Manuel attacks, keeps going. Bounce pass to Sultan right into the corner. Sultan right kicks it to Lungy. Lungy to Russo on the left wing. Russo going nowhere, kicks it to Sultan right to the corner. Manuel, deep two is no good. but Flood could not grab it, and it will remain with the Hawks.
Again, great ball movement there. Nice look. Just didn't happen to fall this time.
Russo taking it out, gives it inside of Salton Right. Salton Right dribbling up top, gives it to Lungy. Flood remains in a 2-3 crossover by Lungy. Almost loses it. Russo on the left wing. Russo gives it to Manuel in the corner. Manuel looking to go downhill, nothing there, and pulls it out. Manuel over to Lungy, Lungy to Salton Right up top. Rip through, could have been a foul. The ref did not call it, and it'll be Flood ball going down.
Good opportunity for Flood to put some more points on the board and shrink that lead. Hillcrest left to 0 for the second quarter so far.
Fierce Flood up top, moving the ball up top, looking for something, nothing there. Looks to attack, Dalry attacks, layup is no good, rebound by Barrett. Here's Lungy, Lungy in one-on-one situation, Lungy goes, the shot is blocked by LaRosa. Here's LaRosa pushing for Flood. Great transition defense by Flood. Here's Tessa LaRosa up top for Flood, high on ball screen. She goes downhill, pull-up jump shot, it's good.
Oh, this is the start Flood needed in the second quarter.
I'm wondering if one of the opportunity to call a timeout for Hillcrest might be if this continues.
I agree.
Salton right up top to Lungy. Lungy swings it to Russo. Russo's shot is good. That was a deep 2 to number 15, Sammy Russo.
It's a nice reset for the game there by Miss Russo.
Here's Tessa Loros up top once again. Picks up her dribble, ball is dead. Samariah Bowman up top. Hillcrest traps it, and Lungy will create a jump ball, and it'll be Hawks ball.
It's really a strong defense by Sammy Russo right after drilling that long 2. So you had Bowman there on Flood that really looked like he was about to drive, but planted the feet, had the hands out, stopped something from happening. Good defense.
Here's Manuel coming up the court for the Hawks. 5:44 remaining in the first half. Manuel. Here's Salton Right elbow. Jump shot is good. Flood wants to remain in the zone. Hillcrest must hit those shots.
Yeah, that was really in the face of pressure too, so nice shot there from Grace Salton. Right?
Manuel guarding the ball, ball's dead, Manuel denies it. Here's Sydney Vitucci up top, guarding the ball. Deep 3 for Samariah Bowman is good for Flood.
Drills it.
Here's Manuel coming up top, pushing the ball for the Hawks, not letting the defense set up. She kicks it to Salton Right, great rip through, but the ref calls a travel. That will go Flood ball going down. 21, Hillcrest 21, Flood 9.
So travel and not a foul call on that one. Just
it looks clear. Like, yeah, there was a little tripping going on.
Not an easy job the refs have.
Here's Loros up top. Loros' 3 is no good. Offensive rebound. And it'll be a jump ball. It will remain with Flood under Hillcrest basket.
First quarter was all Hillcrest. So far the second quarter is, I would say, almost all Flood.
Here's Loros in the corner being pressured by Manuel. Loros looking to attack. Kicks it to Bowman. Another 3 for Bowman is no good. Johnston with the rebound. There's Johnston bringing it up herself. Flood remains in a 2-3 zone. Flood gives up. Johnston gives it to Manuel. Manuel back to Johnston. Johnston attacks. Gives it inside to Vitucci. Vitucci kicks it back out to Manuel. Great ball movement. Manuel thought she had it. She doesn't. But Mellinger does come out with it. Throws it off their foot, and Flood will come out with it. Here's Loros pushing the ball for Flood. Here's Bowman on left wing. Bowman attacks, pulls it out. Loros back up top, being guarded by Manuel. Loros picks up a dribble, nothing there. Could have been a travel. Here's Julia Darita back to Loros. Loros' 3 is no good. Another rebound for Carly Johnston. Carly Johnston pushing it. Slows it down for the Hawks. Carly Johnston attacks, kicks to Salton Right. Salton Right rips through. Inside to Mellinger. Mellinger back out to Johnston. Johnston 3 is no good. In and out. And Flood will come out with another rebound. Manuel right behind her. Very, very, very sneaky. And Manuel gets a steal. Manuel cannot finish the layup. Wow, I haven't seen that before. Here's Loros up top. Almost screen by Del Rey. Loros ball's loose, and Mellinger will come out with it. Gives it back to Manuel, who will walk it up the court for the Hawks.
A lot of excitement on the court there in the last 30 seconds or so. Not a lot of points to show for it, though.
Here's Salt and Wright attack the basket. Salt Wright, great pass inside to Mellinger. Mellinger's layup is good.
Really good presence there by Quinn to be in the right place at the right time for the easy layup.
Here's Tessa Loros up top. Loros looking to attack, nothing there. Gives it up to Bowman. Bowman up top. Bowman gives it back to Loros in the corner. Hillcrest traps it. Bowman almost had 3. Great defense by Salt and Wright. Ball's loose. Mellinger comes out with it. Great defense by the Hawks. Once again, 2:50 remaining in the first half.
It comes off of a deflection from Carly Johnson. Quinn Mellinger right there to get it. Hawks ball.
Great move by Carly Johnston, but cannot capitalize and finish the layup. Here's Manuel pressuring the ball once again. She stays with her. Tessa Loros bringing the ball up the court for Flood. Here's Loros, gives it out to Bowman. Bowman looks to attack, nothing there. Back to Loros. Loros back to Bowman. Could have been a travel, refs don't see it. Del Rey up top. Bowman up on ball screen. Here's Bowman looking to attack. Picks up her dribble. It's great defense by Vitucci. Back to Loros. Here's Flood, another on ball screen. Great defense by the Hawks. Ball's dead. Here's Loros, deep 3 is good. Great shot.
In the face of pressure. Looked like Hawks were doing some press there. Still drilled it. Nicely done.
Here's Vitucci coming up, gives it to Manuel on the left wing. Manuel looks to shoot, nothing there. Back to Vitucci. Vitucci to Johnston. Johnston attacks back to Vitucci. Vitucci back to Johnston. Here's Johnston up top. Johnston looking to rip through. She does. Nothing there. Pulls it back out. Here's Johnston. Kicks it to Manuel. Manuel looks to attack to her left. She does. Bounce pass inside, but the ball bounced out of bounds. Very risky pass she was making across the baseline. Checking back into the game. Look at a timeout by the...
I didn't see who called it either.
I think they called it on. 1:33 remaining in the first half. Hillcrest Hawks 23, Flood Falcons 12.
What do you think Flood's doing differently that's pulled the tide in their favor now?
I think some of it is that Hawks may be a little bit less aggressive they were in the first quarter, and that combined with just sometimes the shots fall and sometimes they don't. The first quarter, there's nothing the Hawks could do wrong. They came back down to earth a little bit in terms of the probability of shots falling. That on top of Flood really moving the ball well, and they've had pressure. They still have got shots that gone through. Maybe some rebounds that happened, takeaways from the Hawks that didn't result in points. Those things add up over time. So now you went from essentially a 15-point lead to 11-point lead. There's still, a minute and a half left in the second quarter, but those things add up. I think the term I would use is the exponentially can add up. Mr. Alterman, is that accurate?
Yeah, I like that. That's good. I also like Kylie Manuel was aggressive going for some steals, which she often does. So hopefully that might trigger the momentum back in Hillcrest's favor.
Yeah, you're hoping that aggression turns into Flood making some mistakes. But right now, those mistakes haven't turned into points.
Here's Loros up top for Flood. Manuel talking, guarding the ball once again. Here's Loros up top. Looking to attack, picks up a dribble, Salt and Wright jumps it. Quintana comes out there. Here's Quintana looking to attack. Back out to Loris. Loris inside to Del Rey. Del Rey making a move on Salt and Wright. The layup is no good. Offensive rebound by Flood. Layup is no good. Johnston takes out the rebound. Here's Johnston pushing for the Hawks. Gives it up to Faye. Here's Faye fading away from the basket. The shot is no good. Barrett with another offensive rebound. Back out to Johnston. Johnston looks to attack to her left. She does, but it's picked off, but she comes back out. There's Johnston looking for one of her teammates. Johnston to the corner to Salt and Wright. Salt and Wright inside to Barrett. Barrett back out to Salt and Wright. Salt and Wright decide not to shoot. A great extra pass to Barrett. Barrett outside to Johnston. Johnston 3 is no good. Rebounded by Flood.
30 seconds left in the half.
Here's Loris up top, on ball screen. Loris attacks the basket and is blocked by Johnston. Here's Quintana's deep 2 is no good. 15 seconds remaining on the game clock.
At least 2 blocks for Carly Johnson. 10 seconds left now.
Here's Manuel, kicks to the corner of Salt and Wright. Salt and Wright gives it back to Manuel. Flood pokes it out, but with 4 seconds left, it'll be Hillcrest ball under Flood's basket. 4 seconds remaining in the half. Looks like Hawks would go with their stack. Down screen, up screen for Johnston. Salton right in the corner. Shot is no good, and that will conclude the first half.
Good look there, just didn't fall in, but really can't ask for better than that for the Hawks overall. I know not as successful second quarter rather, as the first, but at the end of the first half, 23-12, Hillcrest Hawks over Flood.
I feel like Hillcrest rebounded a little bit towards the end of the second quarter, started coming on a little bit stronger. Any quick thoughts before we take a break?
Just really proud of the students on both sides of the ball here, Mr. Alterman.
Okay, we'll take a quick break here on 10 and TCTV and be back with the second half action in a moment.
Go Hawks.
Hi, this is Principal Rickert, principal of Hillcrest Middle School, and you are listening to 10, the Trumbull Eagles Network.
Open calendar. What's my schedule looking like?
Next Thursday, you will be caught in an emergency flash flood between Park and First Street.
What? No, that doesn't work. I'm busy then. Decline. Decline.
Floods don't exactly work around your schedule. Disasters don't plan ahead, but you can. It starts with talking to your loved ones about making an emergency plan. So don't wait, communicate. Visit ct.gov/DESPP. Brought to you by Connecticut Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket, you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. That's the scent of shopping success, because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
145 over 92.
180 over 111.
I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Melissa from Michigan. I work an extra part-time job serving lunch at my child's school, but I still can't afford to put food on our table.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Hi, it's Olivia Munn with my shelter pets, Frankie and Chance. Say hi, guys. When I adopted them, I discovered that they both have incredible personalities. Chance's sole purpose in life is to love and to be loved. Frankie is a little bit of a scoundrel and always entertaining. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the Humane Society of the United States, and Maddie's Fund.
Hey, Kevin, thinking about saving for retirement?
Yeah, but how do I start?
It's easy with Avo, a retirement coach. Let's learn the Avo bet. Thanks for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sick?
Barely. V is for variety.
Change up my strategy. Okay.
O's for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Your daughter doesn't want to talk about why her room is a horrible mess.
Your son doesn't want to talk about why he's wearing mismatching socks. Your spouse doesn't want to talk about their bad haircut. Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk to plan for an emergency. Pack basic supplies in a go bag: water, canned food, flashlights, batteries, medical supplies, IDs, and some cash. Talk about where you'll meet in case you lose one another. And of course, don't forget to pack the dog treats. Talk to your family and make an emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call 311 to make your family's emergency plan. Brought to you by New York City Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
Hey y'all, Jeff Foxworthy here. Now, if you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing over and over for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
That's why I'm filling in for Smokey to switch things up, because there's a lot more to say.
What's that?
And I should know because my grandfather was a firefighter. And one of the things he taught me is that the people that love the outdoors the most are often the ones accidentally starting wildfires, which means always BYOB. No, bring your own bucket to the campfire.
The Hillcrest Hawks lead.
And be extra careful with things like burning yard trimmings. Don't just walk away, or chances are you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Your daughter doesn't want to talk about why her room is a horrible mess. Your son doesn't want to talk about why he's wearing mismatching socks. Your spouse doesn't want to talk about their bad haircut. Families don't have to talk about everything, but they should talk to plan for an emergency. Pack basic supplies in a go bag: water, canned food, flashlights, batteries, medical supplies, IDs, and some cash. Talk about where you'll meet in case you lose one another. And of course, don't forget to pack the dog treats. Talk to your family and make an emergency plan. Go to nyc.gov/readyny or call.
Sinks the first, now for the second. Two for two from the free throw line, so that makes it 27-15 Hawks.
And Kylie Manuel was on fire with the free throws on Monday as well.
Yeah, those add up over time. It looks like the Hawks are doing a little bit of full court press here. Trying to force a mistake, it looks like they do. That's out of bounds on Flood, Hawks ball. Ball kicked off of number 2, Quintana's leg. So now we have Kylie Johnson passing it into Kylie.
Mr. Rickard, very smart the way you folded the paper there for the numbers. I'm going to copy your strategy.
Well, you know, Mr. Altman, I am the principal. Kylie Johnson tries to find the lane underneath the basket, can't find it. Riley Barrett kicks it out to Emma. Emma Faye, nice shot. Doesn't land though. Selton Lake tries to get one, rebounded by 51, Brooklyn Condor. Flood driving down the court. And it's Tessa LaRose passing it over now to Quintana. Nice block there by Riley Barrett, and now Kylie Manuel driving over to Emma, lays it up, and there we go, another point there on the board, another basket on the board for Hillcrest. 29-15 Hillcrest with 6:30 to go. A little bit of a different start for the Hawks in the third quarter than the second quarter, right,
yes.
Mr. Alterman? There you go, number 2, Quintana from Flood, just drained a 3.
Nothing but net.
Response.
Beautiful shot.
Kylie Johnson bringing the ball up. 2-on-1 defense there, leaving somebody open. Bay for 3. Misses, nice rebound by number 34 on Flood. That's Julia Del Rey. And they have Tessa LaRose bringing the ball up, driving to the basket, off the leg, out of bounds, Hawks ball. Let me give a shout out to all of our listeners here, from near and far. And a shout out to the new assistant principal, Mrs. Laird, as well, who's done a great job this year. Also spectating in the stands today, along with many other parents and students.
Cheering on the Hawks.
That's right. And Hillcrest throws that one away. Now flood ball with 5:44 left in the third quarter. 29-18 Hawks. Tesla Rose taking the ball up court, past midcourt now, guarded by Kylie Manuel. Passes it off to number 23, Samira Bowman. Shot by Quintana, drills another shot. I believe that's 5 points in the last 60 seconds or so for Quintana. Now 29-20 Hawks. The lead this quarter was 11 points, now down to 9. Allie goes down, passing the ball off to Selton Reich. Selton Reich somehow doesn't call for a foul there. Johnson with the shot, airballed, rebounded by the Hawks, laid in by Riley Barrett. 31-20 Hawks, 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Guard Tesla Rose driving the ball up the court. Shot doesn't catch anything, but rebounded by number 11, Emma Fahey. Pass to Kylie Manuel, almost goes out of bounds. She saves it, out of bounds. Steps on the baseline. Kylie Manuel slow to get up. Looks like she's okay, a little shaken up. Tough as nails, that Kylie Manuel.
She absolutely is. Definitely one of the leaders of the Hawks team.
Leader on the court, leader off the court. Ball will be inbounded by Riley Barrett. Found Grace Seltenreich, takes a quick shot. Skips around the rim, rebounded by Flood. 31, Tesla Rose driving down the court. Finds Quintana, number 2, who's just hit five shots there. Blocked by Carly Johnson.
Great block. Once again, her height does a lot of damage on defense.
You know, it's interesting, Mr. Alterman. You know, there's a lot of basketball players that have height, but having that hand and foot control and that instinct of when to jump, when to go up, really makes a difference for those.
Have the height and know how to use it.
That's right. Speaking of which, a nice rebound there from Riley Barrett. Passed it off to Carly Johnson, back to Johnson, lays it up, just misses. Number 51 rebounds from Flood, but we have a quick foul there.
Not necessarily a bad foul, though, playing aggressive.
No, fouls are okay. Yeah. Shows that you're trying to play defense. Inbounded by 31, passed it off to 34. Julie Del Rey, looked like a travel there. Is that accurate, Mr. Alderman?
I couldn't see. There was a cluster of the players, so.
And truthfully, sometimes I'm getting caught looking at the roster for Flood and I'm saying their names and miss some action, so maybe I'll try to hold it up instead. Kylie Manuel taking across midcourt now. Passed it off to Emma Fahey. Fahey takes a shot for a long 2, drills it. 33-20 Hawks with just under 4 minutes to go.
Do have to give a shout out to Flood for providing us with their numbered roster, which does help us.
It does. Shows that they're student-centered, want to get the best for their kids. Long 3 goes off the backboard, 51 rebounds. Pass it to 34. He takes a long shot, draws a foul. Looks like she'll go to the line for 2.
If we have some Flood fans listening or watching, we're glad you can join us here on 10 and TCTV.
Absolutely. We're glad you had a great season. Julia Del Rey taking the first of 2 shots. Sinks it. 33-21 Hawks. Crowd hushes. Two for 2. So I believe there have been 4 foul shots and 4 makes. It's 33-22 Hawks with 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Kylie Manuel taking across midcourt now, passed it off to Carly Johnson. Johnson's got a defender in her face. Nice pivot move, driving to the basket, shoots. Gets the basket and 1. Potential for a 3-point play here. Nice job by Carly Johnson to take control of a situation where she had a defender in her face. Really playing good defense, but better ball movement from Carly Johnson.
Just like you said, she had the defender right in her face. She turned around and drove the basket and made a shot.
And completes the 3-point play. Nicely done by the talented center for the Hillcrest Hawks. And number 31, Julia Del Rey, takes the ball across midcourt for Flood. Pass it off to 34. Julia Del Rey, pass it back to 31. Somehow it seemed to ricochet off of a Hillcrest player, Grace Seltenreich, to make it an out of bounds on Hillcrest with Flood ball. Inbounded off the 31. Looks like it's got to be Hillcrest ball after that. Apparently not, just joking. Del Rey inbounding. Found Quintana. Quintana passes it out to Bowman. Bowman with some good defense in the face. Back to Quintana. Again, he's on a nice shooting today. Almost stolen there. Back to Del Rey. Del Rey trying to find an open defender there. Some good defense from the Hawks. Del Rey still with the ball. Grace Seltenreich defending. Seltenreich pokes the ball, gets a steal there. That's your third of the day, Mr. Altman.
Great defense.
Carly Johnson with the ball now, drives. Off the rim, misses. Nice rebound by Del Rey. Driving down the court. Gets her own rebound, lays it in. With about 2:30 to go in the third quarter, it's 36-24 Hillcrest Hawks. Very competitive game here. Kylie Manuel taking it across midcourt. Found Hannah Felicione. Basket there from Carly Johnson. At 38-24 Hawks with just over 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Number 31, Tessa LaRose at the ball. Looks like she gave it up at 42. Nice save there. That's number 42. Caitlin Sams in the basket there. Put another 2 on the board for Flood. So just under 2 minutes now, 38-26 Hawks. Closing at the end of the third quarter. Grace Seltenreich went up for a layup and a really nice block there from Flood. All ball, clean play.
Hannah Felicione on the court now for Hillcrest. Coach Pelletier likes to use his bench and get all his athletes onto the floor.
Yeah, really trying to rotate the talent to make sure people stay fresh as we start to look towards the end of the matchup here. Beautiful shot from Kylie Manuel. Long two, nothing but net, makes it 40-26 Hawks with 1:45 to go in the third. We got Del Rey, I'm sorry, that is LaRose. Taking across midcourt, Del Rey passes it back to LaRose. Nice pass. With a nice layup for Flood.
Great teamwork there on Flood just to go right through the Hillcrest defense.
Really caught Hillcrest flat-footed on that one. Hillcrest driving now. Johnson passes over to number 5, Kelly Lungy. Lungy trying to find an open person. You got Grace Seltenreich now at the ball. Finds Carly Johnson. Johnson shoots. Ricochets off the rim. Nice rebound by Flood, but Manuel steals it right back. Almost sinks it. It's a nice pass. Felicione ties up there. And it looks like Flood may have stepped on the back line there at the ball. Trying to see the call here from the refs. Looks like Hillcrest ball. 1:04 left to play in the third quarter. 40-28 Hillcrest. Kelly Lungy going to the inbound now. Seltenreich's wide open. She shoots. Misses. A nice rebound from number 34, Julia Del Rey.
Under a minute in the third quarter.
Now you got LaRose taking across midcourt. LaRose looking for an opportunity. Met by Grace Seltenreich with good defense. Now pass it off to Bowman. Bowman guarded by Kylie Manuel. Grace Seltenreich with her 4th or 5th steal of the day with a fast breakdown. Lays it up. Nice block there at the end from, I believe that is LaRose and Flood. Really strong defense from Grace Seltenreich with the steal, the fast break, but Flood stayed with it, prevented an easy 2-point layup from Grace Seltenreich.
And she just poked the ball away a couple moments ago as well. Good defense by her.
Inbounded Grace Seltenreich, who airmails it, but rebounded by Flood. Carly Johnson gives the ball right back. You got number 15, Sammy Russo, gets the rebound, shoots and scores. A nice little 2-point play there with 20 seconds left. Now you got 42-28 Hawks closing out the third quarter. Looks like a foul there from Grace Seltenreich on number 31, Tessa LaRose, with 15 seconds left. Moving foul, no shots to be had. Inbound to LaRose. LaRose letting the court develop now. Found Bowman. Bowman takes a quick shot. Rebounded by Johnson. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Johnson with the ball. Found Quinn, who shoots. Just misses a beautiful 3 with the closing seconds of the third quarter. So now, going to the fourth quarter, we have the Hillcrest Hawks leading Flood 42-28.
Nice cushion for them.
Nice cushion. You know, so now if you're Flood with 8 minutes left potentially in your season, you're probably going to get real aggressive real quick.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring the ball up the court really fast. pass it around to get the shot, but you can't wait for the absolute perfect shot. They're going to have to press it and get that basket in. Hillcrest is going to have to play the game where they pass the ball around a little bit, try to eat up a few more seconds on each trip down court to take some more time off the clock.
Yeah, you wonder at what point they're going to start to get a little foul happy to try to, get possession back, force some mistakes. But still 8 minutes left. 14 points is not insurmountable. Flood's a very good team, well coached. The athletes certainly have not gotten down with being down most of the game. They are still in it. They have not given up. Anything can happen here.
So Hillcrest trying to get to consecutive championship games. But if you think about it, in 2020, before the world shut down with COVID, Hillcrest was in the championship game here at Hillcrest. So with that off year in between, I guess you could say if they make it, it'll be 3 consecutive championships in a row in the championship game. They unfortunately haven't brought home the trophy yet. This might be the year. But that's a heck of a mark to be able to do that.
And what was that COVID thing you're referring to? I don't remember. What was it? Okay. Inbound to 31, 51 has it now. Was in the paint. Couldn't quite find the shot. Back to LaRose. LaRose off to Del Rey. Del Rey with strong defense in her face right now. It's number 5, Kelly Lungy, providing some strong defense. Kylie Manuel guarding the Ray, keeping those hands up, feet moving. The Ray shoots. The layup does not quite make it. 51 gets fouled as she goes for the rebound and back in. So it looks like we're going to have 2 shots here. No, I thought there would be 2 shots because it was on a shot attempt, Mr. Altman, but I would be wrong.
That's why we're behind the table and not on the court.
That is correct. Nice rebound there from Kylie Manuel. 7:15 left in the game. 42-28 Hawks. Quinn Mellinger tries to bounce pass over to number 33, Molly Connolly. Misses the mark. Flood ball. 23 Bowman with the ball now. Manuel in the face. Bowman with the long 2 shot. Doesn't quite hit net. Or rim, rather. Out of bounds. Hillcrest ball.
Exactly 7 minutes remaining in this semifinal.
Quinn Mellinger with the ball. Passes it back to Manuel. Manuel's going to take it over midcourt. Finds a wide open Sammy Russo. Russo driving the basket. Back to Molly Connolly. Shoots. Little air ball. Rebounded there by number 34, Julia Del Rey. Passes it back to LaRose. We'll take it across midcourt. Manuel in her face. Trying to guard her. Gets the shot off. Misses. Rebounded by Sammy Russo. Sammy's got a defender right in her face, but manages to find Kelly Lungy. Lungy back to Russo. Russo with the shot. Doesn't quite go in, but a rebound by the Hawks. Manuel's ball. Manuel driving to the basket. Layup falls in to another 2 points for the Hawks. That's 44-28 Hillcrest with 6:15 to go in the 4th quarter. Do we have any score updates from the other game, Mr. Altman?
I'll check the Madison Twitter feed and see if we can find something.
34 Del Rey with the ball, passes back to LaRose. LaRose driving to the basket, trying to find somebody, but with a lot of Hillcrest defense, which is now intercepted by Molly Connolly. Back to Kylie Manuel to find Sammy Russo. Sammy Russo up to the basket with the defender in her face. Back to Kylie Manuel outside the perimeter. Finds Kelly Lungy, shoots a 2, misses, hits the rim. Rebounded back to, stepped in the back line there, out of bounds, flood ball with 5:39 left in the game.
No updates. Sorry, no updates on the Madison score looking on their Twitter page, but I did get an answer about the shot clock.
Oh, tell me more.
It is only going to be in the high school. I texted athletic director Mike King to see if he knew the answer, and he said it's only going to be on the high school level.
Interesting. That will be a game changer. No pun intended.
You could take out of your budget to get some shot clocks in here, though, right, Mr. Ricker?
Yeah, why not? I mean, perhaps we'll know if there's white smoke coming from the chimney of Madison if they won their game.
Yeah.
5:20 left to go in the 4th quarter. Looks like Del Rey has the ball, passes it off to Bowman. Bowman with the long 2, shoots off the rim. Hillcrest rebounds. Rebound by number 33, Molly Connolly. Passes it back to Carly Johnson, will take it across midcourt, who is met by not 1, not 2, but 3 defenders. Bounce pass, doesn't quite hit its mark. Didn't see who it was off of. I believe it should have been off of Flood based on.
I think it was.
Sammy Russo will inbound the ball. Looks for a hot second. We may have had a scoreboard issue.
Yeah, it looked like it blinked a moment ago. I saw lights blinking in the corner.
Hopefully that's not a metaphor for something.
Yeah. 5:01 remaining in the game, the semifinal game here at Hillcrest.
While we were breaking the action, I want to give a shout out to two people who helped make this season happen. One being Mr. Mike King, our athletic director, we're so supportive of middle school sports. And another one is sitting here right next to me, Mr. Altman. So for always putting in that extra time and effort.
Thank you.
To make these games so special.
I have as much fun as the kids do.
Well, you really make it special for us. We appreciate it. Foul on the shot from Emma Faye. It looks like she should have two from the line. And she will. 4:47 left in the fourth quarter, 44-28 Hawks. Mr. Altman, how's the Raptors season going this year?
A few games under 500, but we still got some time left.
Now, is it like golf where the lower the percentage, the better? Or?
Well, sometimes I think they think that.
1 for 1 from Emma from the line.
My Maple Leafs are doing really well, though.
Hockey's over. The Penguins not doing so hot this year. Not as good. I don't believe there's been a missed foul shot so far in this game. So, of course, hopefully I don't jinx anybody. Sinks another one. I believe that's 6 foul shots made in the game. 2 in a row from Emma there. 46-28 Hawks. Clock doesn't seem to be moving right now. There we go. 4:45 left in the game. Steal and a rebound from Sammy Russo. Hawks ball again. Sammy's going to pass it up there to number 20, Sydney Bertucci. Finds Emma Faye wide open with a nice shot. Off the brick, gets her own rebound. Driving to the basket. No foul on that. Looks like we have a player down.
Coaches will come out and tend to her.
Yeah, we hope that our athlete's okay on the ground there. We don't want to see anybody get hurt ever in a basketball game. She did go down hard. Looked like a clean play for what it's worth.
Why don't we take a break here for a moment on 10 and TCTV while we let the coaches tend to the player. And, oh, I take that back. She's up and ready to go. That's one tough athlete.
It is. That's Quintana, number 2, who's had a great game so far. Went down hard. But really that passion for winning and competition won't be defeated by a quick fall to the court. So
and she's staying in the game.
She is. She's going to inbound the ball, too. So that's 4:26 left in the fourth quarter. 46-28 Hawks, flood ball. So that's Quintana inbounding to number 31, Tesla Rose. Tesla Rose showing some sense of urgency, taking the ball across half court quickly. Timeout, flood.
Sent a text message over to Julie DeMarco, whose daughter is on the Madison team, to see if we can get a score update on that other semifinal, again, between Madison and Jockey Hollow. Should Hillcrest hold on, they will get the winner of that. If Madison gets the upset, the game will be here at Hillcrest on Monday. If Jockey Hollow wins, Hillcrest will be at Jockey Hollow. The 10 network will be there to bring you the game. And the scoreboard just went out. That's not good. Oh, now it's back. So,
well, if you do just stop flickering the light switch, Mr. Altman, it wouldn't happen so often.
Remember that scene in Airplane where he's got the plug and he goes, just kidding.
Just kidding. Oh, what a great scene.
So, yes, we're excited to bring Trumbull Eagles athletics as well as Hillcrest Hawks athletics here on 10. And I believe, Ms. Walden, correct me, the 10 or TCTV will be there on Monday should Hillcrest make it. All right, cool. First game on the road we will be doing with the TCTV network, which is awesome.
And that is the great Mrs. Walden, who's always been such a great supporter of Trumbull Public Schools, especially Hillcrest, having 3 sons come through here. So fortunate to have her as our biggest supporter.
And every time I text her and say, hey, we're doing this game, we're doing that game, she's always right there to say, we'll be there with you.
I'm not just saying that because she's sitting right next to me. Okay, ball will be inbounded by number 31, Tesla Rose, out to Quintana. Quintana, you would never know she was just down with an injury. Great ball movement from Quintana. Met by 3 Hawks with great defense. MFA gets a steal. Hillcrest ball, 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And now the fouls come. So quick foul there. Emma's going across midcourt. She's going to inbound now. Found Carly Johnson. Johnson take it across midcourt now. Got a defender roasting the face. Found Emily Gallo back to Carly Johnson. Johnson to MFA. Back and forth between Emma and Carly here a little bit, literally. That's 5 or 6 passes between the two of them. Waiting to be fouled, perhaps, Mr. Altman?
If Flood wants the ball back.
Was
it tipped?
Backcourt violation.
We got an update on the Madison score. Jockey Hollow leads Madison 41-21. So it seems like we may get the rematch, number 3 between Hillcrest and Jockey Hollow in the title game.
You know, if that score holds, I just want to congratulate the athletes of Madison Middle School on a great season. You know, I know that they're in 2 schools, but they're all Trumbull students, so really proud of what they've been able to accomplish.
And they'll all be Eagles soon enough.
Yes, they will be. Johnson has the ball, back to Sidney Vitucci. Vitucci out to MFA. They get the ball, back to Vitucci. See if we'll play this game again. Vitucci, looks like she was fouled, or at least attempted to foul. They just didn't call it.
I didn't think they gave the ball to Flood.
Oh, you know what? The ball got kicked out after the shove. It was ruled out of bounds from Hillcrest. So 3:11 left, 46-28. Flood's ball. Manuel with tight defense against number 31, Tesla Rose. Tested the ball off the foot, manages to recover. Strong defense. Pass to Quintana 2. Shoots off the rim. Carly Johnson rebounds. So Carly Johnson can really move that ball. There's really nothing she can't do on the court. Drives all the way down the court. Shot by Emily Gallo. Misses. Rebounded by Flood. 2:42 left to go in the 4th quarter. Long 2 shot by number 2. That was 23, Samira Bowman.
In and out.
Off. In and out. Johnson with the rebound. 2:30 left. Doesn't appear as though that Flood would be fouling anybody to end the game here, Mr. Alterman.
Yeah, they're dropped back into coverage.
This is where that shot clock could have an impact in middle school. That's Johnson to Manuel. Back to Johnson. Back to Manuel. Manuel. Pass to Gallo. Gallo back to Manuel. All on the perimeter here. Manuel to Faye. Faye with the ball. Deciding what to do. Really not calling anything here.
And I'm surprised Flood is not going for a foul. There we go.
That's one. So 1:54 left in the game. 46-28 Hawks. Again, just want to give a special shout out here to the athletes of Flood. The fans here have been great tonight. Athletes really put in some great effort. Looked like some 8th graders coming off the court. Coaches really did a great job. A couple substitutions here for Hillcrest. Looks like Hannah Feliciano's going to be on the court. Got Emily Gallo back in. Kyle Manuel on here, MFA. Oh, that was a foul, Mr. Alterman. So Emily Gallo will be taking a shot.
And it looks like
streak continues.
Alyssa Savino is about to check in, one of our 7th grade contributors.
Emily makes the first shot. Second shot coming in now. Perfect night at the line for everybody. Dallas takes the second free throw. That'll be 48-28 Hawks with 1:54.
Alyssa Savino in the game for Hillcrest.
And we got Tony Jordan. I'm sorry. My fold isn't straight there. Annalise Costello brought the ball over half court with the ball now on the perimeter. Trying to find an open person. Off the 30 for Julia Del Rey. Back to, nice block there from Quinn Mellinger. I'm sorry, that wasn't Quinn Mellinger. That was Grace Selton with a nice block. So Grace, if you think about it, had some nice baskets.
Yeah.
Great steals, some assists, and now joins the block party with Carly Johnson.
And a couple 6th graders checking in for Hillcrest. Cool to see some of them get some playing time on the varsity team.
Now, I remember in '95 when the Yankees made the playoffs for the first time in my lifetime. There were a couple guys on the bench that didn't play, but just get some experience, by the name of Derek Jeter.
Did he ever amount to anything?
Depends how you measure greatness. Looks like we got Charlotte Manuel driving the ball down the court. Tried to find...
Was Posada the other name you were going to say?
It was going to be Posada.
Yeah. Everyone's got to get their start somewhere.
That's right. It looked like she was trying to, Charlotte was trying to find Peyton Escobar. Pass didn't quite connect. Now we got 1:15 left to go in the game. Flood takes it across midcourt. Pass to 25, Jasmine Simmons. Simmons with the ball outside the perimeter. Little reach there from Charlotte Manuel. The foul. 1:06 left in the game.
20-point lead for Hillcrest. They can try to hold the ball when they get it back.
Exactly 1 minute left. Looks like this is going to be a win here for the Hawks, but really appreciate that Flood is playing hard to the end. 25, Jasmine Simmons at the ball. Almost a steal there from Alyssa Savino. Shot at 42. The 42, Kaylin Sams missed. Now we have Hannah Feliciano driving down the court. Layup, ricochets off the rim. 30 seconds left in the game. Number 1, Annalise Costello taking the ball down the court, crosses midcourt. Charlotte Manuel all up in her face. Pass makes its way to Jasmine Simmons. 12 seconds left in the game. You got 10 seconds. Pass intercepted there by another Hillcrest Hawk. Pass made it to Peyton Escobar. 1 second left, gets a shot off, and that is it. Final score, Hillcrest 48, Flood 28. Hillcrest will advance to the finals this coming Monday against what appears to be Jockey Hollow.
In a rematch of last year's championship game, also, and it not only against Jockey Hollow, but at Jockey Hollow.
Same as last year,
yep,
right?
Absolutely,
yep.
So who are your stars of the game here, Mr. Alterman?
I think one, Kylie Manuel's defense. I think she played really great. And I think Grace Saltenreich on the defensive side